We're one step away from the Grand Championship. The second half finals are at hand as America's best contenders take on the American Gladiators. Buckle up and get ready, it's showtime.
The Samuel Goldwyn Company presents the American Gladiators.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley along with Larry Zonka. And Larry, today for our four contenders, it's do or die time. The second half finals are here.
Mike, the money, the title is on the line. It's time for the champions to do their thing, rise to the top.
$10,000 to the winner, $5,000 to the runner-up. We're going to start things off with men's Powerball. And you're looking at our three gladiators, Havoc, Viper, and Turbo. Our two contenders have proven themselves to be exceptional athletes. You're looking at one of them, 30-year-old Marty DePaoli, the chiropractor from Citrus Heights, California. His opponent, a loose wire, a free spirit, but one tough customer, 31-year-old Kevin Weber from Naperville, Illinois. Kevin beat Carlton Fluker in the semifinals to get to this second half final. The nervous moments before the opening whistle, and we will tell you that Powerball is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Super NES. Now you're playing with power, super power.
Mike, you hit it right on the head. These fellas are nervous. A lot of butterflies flitting around.
Viper, Havoc, Turbo ready, but Dr. Marty DePaoli quick out of the blocks. He's going unmolested for those first two scores.
Nice move by Kevin, back and forth, taking advantage of the pick.
Kevin looking for that cylinder. He can't find anywhere to go. Marty scores, though. 20 seconds remain, Larry.
Marty trying to go over the top of the Gladiators, being successful on the last two occasions. That overhand right.
Marty splits. Oh, man. A 5-point goal for Marty DePaoli.
That jump over technique is working for him.
Oh, and Kevin gets one there at the end.
Little fake to the outside corner and takes that center pod for extra points.
Gladiator teamwork so critical. They are in a bit of disarray there, and it allowed Kevin and Marty to have a pretty good run in Powerball.
Well, those butterflies are all gone now. There was some real hitting in this game of Powerball.
Marty wins at 23-14, but Kevin Weber definitely had some moments like that one there when he just threw Havoc to the side and scored in the center cylinder.
Dr. Pauly here running about like a loose cannon, draws the fire of two Gladiators. And then check out this great basketball move. He gets a little head fake, jumps over Viper, gets the score, but does he pay the price?
Siren, Electra, and Storm have drawn up their game plan. Our two contenders ready, and this matchup should be a fantastic one between Katey Ramsey and Cheryl Wilson. Katey, 22 years old, an aspiring firefighter from Davis, California. Outstanding athlete. She got to the finals by taking the measure of Lisa Wojciechowski. Cheryl Wilson, 25 years old, from Lafayette, Louisiana. Former 5-time track and field All-American at LSU. She got here by besting Melissa Lieberman in the semifinals. We're all set.
Turbo at the far end of the court will be giving the hand signal to our hearing impaired Gladiator Siren. She can get off on an even keel.
Cheryl Wilson, this is her event. She scored 28 in the second round, 29 in the semis.
Katie's got to take advantage of a 2-on-1 situation at the other end of the court. She almost waits too long, but Electra wins out regardless.
25 seconds. Gladiators doing a great job on Cheryl Wilson. Usually by this time she has got at least 15 points. Storm riding her down.
Katey missing an opportunity where three Gladiators were at one end of the court. She could have gotten that center cylinder. Instead, she had to settle for the corner.
Time winding down, and that is it. Score that one for Storm, Siren, and Electra as they shut down Katey Ramsey and Cheryl Wilson. The Gladiators know that Cheryl Wilson is an outstanding athlete, and they really put an emphasis on her here. Double team there by Electra and Storm.
Cheryl once scored 29 points in an earlier game of Powerball. Gladiators were aware of that, so they played a little zone defense, mostly 2-on-1 on this gal, and it paid off.
Storm, when you play together, you're tough to beat.
Mike, you know, I love it when we play together. We communicate, we look at each other, and we watch each other's backs, and that's what this game is about.
Yes, sir. Teamwork, that was great. And it's hard to talk when it goes so fast, but we got each other's eyes going. That's the way to play. That was fun.
Yeah, that was
really fun. Hey, there's no time really to communicate at all. You just watch yourself and the others, and you kind of help out when you have to.
Great
Fun
competitors.
game.
Love it.
Great competitors to play with.
Great Gladiators, nice going.
Well, the Gladiators had a good time at Cheryl Wilson's expense. I think maybe tonight she'll be seeing them in her nightmares.
And we move directly from the frying pan into the fire. The hot fire that is the Joust, hand-to-hand combat with military pugil sticks. Our men will start things off. Marty DePaoli with the 9-point lead over Kevin Weber. Dr. Marty draws havoc. Let's see if he can raise a little havoc against Marty DePaoli. Well, usually the big mistake that people make is being overly aggressive. We see how that has happened to Viper. It happened there, the havoc. Marty DePaoli gets 10 points.
Leaning into that blow, just what you mentioned, Mike. You can't lean into that first blow or those first flurries of blows because very often you lose your balance and step across, and that's exactly what happened to Havoc.
Kevin Weber up now, trailing 33-14. Kevin in the semifinals, however, became the first contender to beat Tower in the Joust. Now he gets Havoc.
On guard!
Looks like he's waiting for Havoc to make the same mistake he did against Marty DePaoli. Now he's on the attack, a couple of overhand rights, and again, Havoc crosses over to the platform, DQing himself, giving our contender 10 points. Kevin Weber keeps pace with the doctor. 33-24 after 2.
Well, against Dr. Pauly, he overextended himself. He's playing it a little more close to the vest. But even doing that, Havoc still loses his balance and falls across.
Cheryl Wilson, Katey Ramsey tied at 9. Cheryl up first in the Joust, and she draws Sky, who is undefeated. Cheryl has a loss and a draw in her 2 previous jousting efforts, and you can see the team of Gladiators rooting Sky on. Sky with those long arms likes to leverage the contenders off. 15 seconds remain. Cheryl almost loses her stick, regains her composure.
Cheryl's not even sure where she's swinging to. She just knows somewhere out there there's a lot of Sky.
Not a bad battle. Cheryl turned completely around. I think she thought time expired. Maybe she was peeking out of the corner of her eye.
Well, Mike, she's got to be a little arm weary, if not jaw weary. You see Sky land that big roundhouse on Cheryl's jaw. It's tough going for Cheryl. It's an uphill battle, but she hung in.
Well, Katey Ramsey, despite her slender frame, has proven to be a worthy adversary in the Joust. 2-1 in her 3 previous efforts. Let's see how she does with Sky.
On guard!
Sky missing high early. Katey now mounting a little offense, and boy, she got a couple of quick jabs from, again, those long arms.
Sky a little bit conservative, just trying those straight ahead thrusts. Katey's at the end.
Off balance and down she goes with 11 seconds left on the clock. She comes away empty this time around.
Well, Katey starts off on the defensive. She ducks that blow from Sky. She knows full well that most of these blows are going to be raining down from heaven on her. So she gets a good wide stance, stays at the back of the platform, but when she gets up too close, loses her balance and off she goes.
So 2 events down, 6 more to come. Stay with us. Hang Tough is next. Look at Laser stretching out those powerful arms of his. It's time for Hang Tough. And he always makes it interesting. Marty DePaoli will be up first. He currently has a 9-point lead on Kevin Weber.
I don't know if interesting is the word I'd use, Mike. Laser goes wild on these rings.
In Hang Tough, 10 points hang in the balance for the Gladiator, who can make it all the way across this grid of 55 rings.
Get ready! Gladiator! Gladiator, ready?
He's much more unorthodox than some of our other gladiators, but believe me, he gets the job done. He's very aggressive.
Doc DePaoli swinging right into the den of the dragon. Our referee Larry Thompson warns Laser, stay away from that head.
Those legs like a vice grip, however. And Laser. Marty looks at his hands. Don't blame the hands, Marty. He had no chance there.
Mikey was checking to see how long his fingers are.
Dr. Pauly doing a good job of hanging tough, just not long enough. Laser comes in for the kill. Look how relaxed he is on those rings, using one arm to support himself on the ring. Wraps his legs around Dr. Pauly, and it spells disaster.
The predator and the prey. Next up for Laser, it's Kevin Weber, and Kevin's getting the crowd pumped up. He's 0 for 2 in his previous hang tough efforts. Maybe the third time will be the charm. Laser making a beeline down the center of this grid. He will try to cut Kevin off.
Look at Laser. He's right at home in those rings. Look at Laser go laterally, ring to ring.
That's what Kevin was trying to do, but Laser's got that leg lock, and look out. Laser goes 2 for 2. Both Marty DePaoli and Kevin Weber get shut out in hang tough, and after 3 events, Marty still maintains that 9-point edge.
And I'm afraid Kevin is 0 for 3 in hang tough.
So Kevin will have to dust himself off and get ready for the next event. Meanwhile, this woman is the equal of Laser in hang tough. Her name, Electra. She is exceptional. So graceful up there. And she is the subject of our Ask a Gladiator segment. Dominic Galupica from San Diego writes, Dear Electra, I hear you speak several languages. Is it true?
Dominic, it is true. I speak several languages. I speak a little French, a little Spanish, a lot of German, a little Italian, and I'm learning a lot of sign language.
Electra's sign language education fueled by Siren, her teammate, our hearing impaired gladiator. Cheryl Wilson up first. She's got that 5-point lead, a chance to get 10 here.
Gladiator, ready?
Again, the contenders given a 1-minute time limit to get across this grid of rings.
Cheryl slow and methodical. Cheryl's giving the big eye to Electra. Where are you going next, Electra?
Electra looks like she could play this game blindfolded. That's how easy she makes it look. Just having fun up there.
Uh-oh.
Cheryl has run out of rings. We're under 30 seconds now. Oh, man.
Oh. Cheryl says, I'm not hanging around for this. I know what this is. I'm getting out of here.
That is called victory through intimidation.
Cheryl Wilson trying several moves, trying to get by Electra. When it becomes obvious to her that she cannot, she says, hold on, I'm not going to try a power move here. I'm just going to let go.
So now Cheryl will have to wait in the wings and see how Katey Ramsey does. Katey could take the lead. Her track record so far suggests that she could make it to the other side. Fine all-around athlete who's played soccer, softball, and yes, even ice hockey.
Contender, ready? Gladiator, ready?
Both women on their way. Katey does have 1 victory under her belt. She beat Storm in the prelims.
Katey trying to come up with a plan here to try to get away.
She can get this next ring. She's got a very serious chance. Very serious chance. Electra is hung up and nowhere in the vicinity. She lets go now. She's got it, yeah! Katey Ramsey sends Electra to her first defeat in hang tough. Didn't expect that one to happen. And she's taken the lead after 3 events. Pretty athletic dismount by Electra. Cheryl Wilson sure enjoys it. A lot more to come, though. Back here at Gladiator Arena, Sirens got our crowd pumped up for our next event. It's Assault. Our women will start things off here in this second half final matchup between Katey Ramsey and Cheryl Wilson. Katey's up first. Currently, she has a 5-point lead. Again, our contenders have 60 seconds to try to hit that target located above the Gladiator. That is worth 10 points. Failing to do so, contenders can still earn individual points by successfully firing weapons at one of 5 scoring stations.
Contender ready! Gladiator
Again, our contenders vying for $10,000 in first place prize money and also a berth in next week's Grand Championship. Mighty close. Five seconds remain. She's at station number 3 now. Siren down to about 4 shots.
A little high.
25 seconds.
Katey catches her toe on the carpet. There's a little roll. She's all right.
15 seconds. 2 final chances here at station number 5. Siren's only got 1 shot left. Now she's empty. Katey, I guess she wasn't.
One in the gun, Mike.
One in the gun, I didn't see it. Siren did. Katey Ramsey does pick up 5 points for firing 5 weapons. She had me fooled up there, Siren did.
Katey makes it all the way through the course and right at dead man's corner. Siren, anticipating the opportunity, fires the perfect shot.
Cheryl now has a chance to regain her lead, a woman who has dazzled us all. Cheryl Wilson is one superb athlete. She was a college All-American in track and field at LSU and is one of the few women who can say she beat superstar Olympian Jackie Joyner-Kersee in a race.
You know, I beat her in an event where, I mean, she's tops in all of them. And it's like, wow, that was kind of exciting.
Cheryl has managed to put her lifelong physical fitness to good use. She is now an exercise technician for a cardiac rehab unit at Lafayette General Hospital in Louisiana. She offers therapy and advice to patients.
I kind of add a personal touch to it as well because they look at me and they say, well, you're a great athlete, you do so many things. How do you stay in shape? What do you do? What do you eat?
And when they ask her how she's going to beat those gladiators, Cheryl is quick with a comeback.
They're going to have to catch me in order to annihilate me. So I kind of like stay out of the way and make a few moves that are going to allow me to not to physically hurt myself, but to accomplish what I need to do in the arena.
And as we have seen so far, Larry, she has been tough to catch, very elusive.
Gladiator ready!
60 seconds. And Siren is not going to give her any breathing room.
Well, Lorraine's going to have to get a little better than that. Put one right through the rafters. Leapfrogged over one of those tennis balls.
That one causes Siren to duck.
Gal's got great reactions.
30 seconds.
Woo.
20 seconds now. Cheryl at station number 4.
She's getting careless though, Mike. Between station 3 and 4. She didn't look upfield.
2 final chances here at station number 5. Time winding down.
Nope.
Time expires before Cheryl could get across the finish line. Like Katey, she too picks up 5 points. And after 4 events, Katey with the 24-19 lead. Siren takes a bow. And we are set now for the men. Kevin Weber, trailing by 9, is up first. For the Gladiators on the platform, a man with an exceptional record in this event, the Tower of Power. Kevin definitely has the necessary quicks to excel in this event. His shot, however, was off the mark.
Good job of facing upfield, keeping his eye on the Gladiator.
40 seconds remain.
Duck and cover for Tower.
That one high and wide to the right. 25 seconds now.
Oh,
and he can't get to
right
station
thigh.
number 4. Caught him in the right thigh. Tower doesn't pick him off at 1, but he picks him off between station 3 and 4. Kevin Weber does get 3 points. He now has 27 after 4 events. A crowd chanting, Tower, Tower, Tower. Tower would like to go 2 for 2 and here an assault. The other half of the stands crying, Marty, Marty, Marty. Dr. Marty DePaoli is up next. The chiropractor at one time was a exotic dancer and still moonlights as a model. Let's see if Marty's a model of accuracy here against Tower.
Tower's on the mark. Doc Marty is slightly off.
40 seconds left. That one whizzes over Tower's head, but below the target. Oh, man.
In your face.
That was a bullseye, dead center in Marty's chest protector.
Doc Marty facing upfield. He's got the right position. That tennis ball comes in fast.
So a scarcity of points for both Marty DePaoli and Kevin Weber. As Tower goes 2 for 2, the big man certainly had the right plan. Tower ain't called Tower for nothing. At 6'4", 270 pounds, he's the biggest Gladiator. And believe me, he didn't get that way from eating tofu and bean sprouts.
I eat about 1.5 pounds of flank steak every other day, okay? And I try to consume my red meat before noon on that day, so I have all day long for my body to digest it.
But as awesome as Tower is at just about every event, there's one event he has never won. And there's a good reason for that.
One event I haven't even done yet this year is called Skytrack. One of the reasons is I don't fit in the harness. They have not built a harness large enough for me yet.
Tower, the size, the strength, the power. A dominating physical specimen and ever intimidating force in Gladiator Arena.
Much, much easier to go around rather than try to go through this man.
Well, this hunk of real estate is what stares our 2 contenders in the face here. It's the wall, 32 feet high. It's our 5th event here in this second half final matchup. Our women will start things off right now. Katey Ramsey with a 24-19 lead on Cheryl Wilson. Following Katey up the wall will be Siren in pursuit of Cheryl Sky. Both contenders getting a 10-second head start. If they can make it up in the 60-second time limit, the first one up will get 10, the second one up 5. Here comes Siren and Sky. Sky with that giant wingspan at 6'3" tall. Will use that if she can against Cheryl Wilson. Both Katey and Cheryl looking great.
Katey's within reach. She's got one hand up, 2 hands up. She's up there.
She's up there, and so is Cheryl Wilson. With room to spare, Katey gets 10, Cheryl 5. Nicely done.
Oh, but Cheryl knew disaster was at hand. She's struggling right here. And now she barely gets away from Sky. But then watch her right hand. She loses her grip. And that was the opening that Katey Ramsey needed to pass Cheryl and pick up the 10 points. That was a great break for Katey. She needs every point she can get as we get close to the Eliminator.
Well, we know Kevin Weber's a good athlete. Question is, can he chew gum and climb the wall at the same time? He's working one right now. He'll be trailed up the wall by Viper. Dr. Marty DePaoli will be followed by Havoc. Right now, Marty with a 35-27 lead. And then it's Gladiator time.
Both of these fellas have been to the top in their preliminary rounds.
Marty actually with the better time, 31 seconds. Kevin's best in the wall, 37, but Havoc closes the gap and the distance between him and Marty and pulls the doctor down. If Kevin gets the 10, he'll take the lead. 30 seconds to go.
He's got a grip on it, Mike. He's going to hoist himself up. He's on there. 10 points.
And with those 10 points, Kevin Weber has taken the lead, 37-35.
Dr. DePaoli demonstrated before in Hang Tough what a great grip he has. Here we see Havoc's view as he grabs Dr. DePaoli's foot. Doc doesn't come off easy. He hangs on. He's got the great grip, but eventually Havoc wins out.
And as soon as our contenders return to earth, we'll start again with the maze. It's confusing, it's baffling, and it is chock full of gladiators. It's the maze, our next event here in this second half final, where currently Marty DePaoli trails Kevin Weber by 2 points. Both men poised at the start line, lurking inside Havoc, Turbo, Viper, and Tower. These two men have 45 seconds to get through this maze, and believe me, our gladiators are determined to stop them from crossing that finish line. Marty's girlfriend, Kim Short, hoping he solves the puzzle. First man through gets 10 points.
And there's the solution to the maze. Looks fairly easy. Keep in mind there are 4 gladiators in there also.
Near collision by the 2 contenders early on, then they run into Havoc. Dr. Marty, a chiropractor, getting his body realigned.
Turbo forces him into a wrong way. Knows they're going to have to come back.
25 seconds left on the clock. Dr. Marty getting mighty close to pay dirt. He's found the finish line. He gets 10 points. Kevin has found it as well. He gets 5. And Marty has regained the lead. Kim stoked up by his effort. 45-42.
Dr. DePaoli smiling a little bit now, somewhat relieved. Had his moments of excitement right here. Comes face to face with Viper. Bounces off Viper. And as a reward, well, he runs face first right into Tower. Tower, being a nice guy that he is, decks him.
A little bit like being locked inside a pinball machine that went tilt there. All right, our women are next, and a look inside the maze. You see Sky, Siren, Storm, and Diamond. They will put forth their best effort to stop Katey Ramsey and Cheryl Wilson. Katey currently with a 10-point lead after 5 events. Crowd is going to try to help these 2 contenders make it through scot-free. Cheryl kind of snuck by Sky there. Is she close? It's got a double back.
Cheryl with the right turn. Here's Diamond. Thunk.
This event worth 10 points to the contender who can get through first. In 45 seconds or less, Cheryl Wilson awfully
Katey
close.
says hello to Siren. Bam!
Cheryl gets to 10. Katey's got 10 seconds to get through. She gets 5. And that narrows Katey's lead to just 5, 39-34.
Well, our gals were relentless. Katey trying to peek over top. Only problem with that is about the time you do it, this happens. You collide with one of the gladiators. Here, Storm just about levels her. She knows that clock is ticking down. You got to make her move. She gets free and picks up the point.
Once again, our 4 contenders are vying for spots in next week's Grand Championship. At the end of that rainbow, our 2 grand champions will win these adventurous 4-wheel drive 2-door Suzuki Sidekicks. It is crunch time here at Gladiator Arena, our crunch time event. Breakthrough and conquer. And Laser inside the conquer ring and breakthrough. Turbo, both men ready to accent the physical here. Turbo's record in breakthrough, excellent, 10-2. Laser, a giant inside that conquer ring. Kevin Weber currently trails Marty DePaoli by 3 points. After 6 events, he's up first. Last chance before the Eliminator to score points.
Turbo moves up. Nice move, nice takedown.
And critical was Turbo's moving up, like you said there.
Moving up, getting both feet, but where Kevin made his mistake is putting his feet together. He needed to keep that wide base, only give Turbo one leg, try to pull it away.
Again, Kevin, former standout at Indiana University in wrestling.
He's trying to get under that upper body power of Laser, and it's a difficult thing to do. Look how fast and cat-like Laser is in that circle.
Bounces around so mobily out there, and time expires.
Laser being good sport, he was wound up. Could have laid the contender down, but he chose not to.
Larry, I think that was about the 3rd straight time that Kevin Weber drew Laser inside that conquer ring. He is just too tough in there.
Laser right at home in that conquer ring. Look at him move. A man his size, 240, 245 pounds. He's like a big cat in there. Poor Kevin gets his face pushed on the mat several times.
Now it's Marty's turn to enter the gauntlet.
So he's looking for an opportunity here in crunch time to make his lead a comfortable one in the Eliminator. Here he comes on Turbo. Nice move, nice wrap by Turbo. He says no, slings him out of bounds. That was a nice takedown by Turbo. It wasn't too tough a blow. Our spotters on the sidelines caught Doc Marty so he wouldn't slam his head in the mat.
Gladiators not making it easy for our contenders. The one who goes to the grand championship, the one who goes on to win the second half finals, will have earned it. 9 seconds to go. Marty almost had him locked up. Laser gets low again. Now 5 seconds.
Marty trying. Laser
1
just
second,
too
that's
strong.
it. Boy, oh boy. And look how pumped Turbo is, man. They shut out 2 very talented contenders.
Those contenders, you have to give them an A for effort. Doc DePaoli trying everything. Pull, push, or drag Laser out of that conquer ring. Laser says no way. Let me tell you something. This Gladiator, Laser, all season long has exhibited his dominance in the conquer ring.
The king in the ring, and here comes the queen.
Butterfly.
Somersaulting her way onto the carpet. That was Electra and Storm. Electra will be in breakthrough and Storm inside the conquer ring. First up, Katey Ramsey.
Electra moving upfield. Oh, she almost let Katey get by her. She managed to push her out of bounds.
No points there.
Katey with just one move. She plants that right foot right there and cuts away. Electra face to face with her. Almost lost her, but manages to get her out of bounds.
Now Katey's got 15 seconds to see if she can push Storm any part of her body outside that ring.
Storm trying to control Katey's head, pushing her around. Katey getting mad.
Decides to doff the protective headgear. If you go high on Storm, you don't usually win, and Katey doesn't, so no points there. And a golden opportunity for Cheryl Wilson.
Well, she's all huggy and kissy right now, but check this out a few moments ago. Right here, this gal's temper starts to flare. The helmet gets in her way. She rips it off, and look how she goes back at Storm with a vengeance.
So a simple proposition for Cheryl Wilson. She scores 5 points. She's tied with Katey. She scores 10. She'll take the lead going into the Eliminator.
Electra way back. She's moving up to the 5-yard line. Nice move, Electra. Smart move by our Gladiator. Went up midfield and waited. Didn't go for the fake. Made a beautiful tackle. Picture perfect takedown. Cheryl making a mistake going for that upper body attack. She's gonna have to be real. Oh,
she did it!
Reversed her field. Got the power storm going one way, was being overpowered, and then threw a reverse on her. Back storm out of the circle.
And those 5 points have tied her with Katey Ramsey, meaning going into the Eliminator, no head start. They'll go head-to-head, winner take all. Our second half season about to be punctuated with an exclamation mark, and the Eliminator will decide all. In our women's competition, Katey Ramsey, Cheryl Wilson, dead even, all tied at 39 after 7 events. So the victory equation, a simple one. No head starts, may the best woman win. Larry's with both of them at the start line.
Girls, you've been running neck and neck all day. Now you're dead even in the start. Do you see that in any way a hindrance?
No, I don't see it as a hindrance. I just got to go out there and do my best. I can't think about what Cheryl's doing. I just have to go out there and concentrate on me.
How about it, Cheryl?
Well, she put it the way it should be put. You just got to go out there and gut it out. Got to do it.
Okay, we'll be watching. Good luck.
And Larry, they had a coin flip prior to the start of the Eliminator to decide which lane they would go in. Katey won the flip. She is elected to go on the right side. Again, the winner takes home $10,000, the runner-up $5,000, and the winner also moves on to next week's Grand Championship and face Betsy Erickson, our first half winner. And the Eliminator is brought to you by Skittles Bite-Sized Candies, also in Wild Berry, Tart and Tangy, and Tropical.
Ready!
Here they go, dead even, but Cheryl Wilson, the first up that treadmill. Now on the hand bike, side by side. Cheryl still with a slight edge. I think the cargo net is going to decide this one. In the past, Cheryl has had problems, but not today. It is Katey who is faltering. Cheryl Wilson, the cardiac rehab technician and former 5-time track and field All-American at LSU, trying to hold off the late surge of Katey Ramsey from Davis, California. Cheryl Wilson over that final barrier, and she has done it. $10,000 richer, and she moves on to the Grand Championship. She'll face Betsy Erickson. What a race.
Katey, in past, Sheriff, can I get you in here? Can you stand up for 30 seconds? Katey, in past events, the cargo net's been really your strong part of the Eliminator. You had a little trouble with it today.
Yeah, I did. I think I was concentrating on it too much. I wasn't thinking with my hands and feet.
On the other hand, Cheryl, you have had trouble with the cargo net in prior Eliminators, but today you fairly flew through it.
I'll tell you what, when you're scared, you go. So I just had to get up. I knew she was right there. Had to beat her to it.
Well, congratulations, gal. We're going to see you next week in our grand final.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Motivated by fear but propelled by athletic talent, Cheryl Wilson turns in her best Eliminator time here in the finals. 40 seconds. Katey also a personal best, 43 seconds. But it is Cheryl Wilson who's moving on to next week's Grand Championship. In our men's final, chiropractor Dr. Marty DePaoli has built a 45-42 lead on Kevin Weber. Good for a 1.5 second head start, but is it good enough? I say that because Kevin, our former Indiana University wrestler, is fully capable of smoking this Eliminator course. And right now, he's with Larry at the start line.
Kevin, in order to win this thing, you're going to have to smoke this Eliminator. Do you have anything left to throw in your afterburner?
I don't even have any afterburners. Run it as fast as I can. Hopefully it'll be enough.
Good enough. Good luck.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Kevin carrying the battle scars, most notably that scraped nose of 7 prior events. His best Eliminator time, 34 seconds. Dr. Marty's best time, 39 seconds. So Kevin fully capable of making up that 1.5 second differential. In addition to the $10,000 the winner will take home, they'll also get a berth in the Grand Championship next week. And there's the man they'll have to face, Clifton Miller, our first half winner. Marty DePaoli now on the hand bike, kicking those legs out. Kevin's got to come from behind. Marty is turning it on. He may be saving his best for last here. Kevin Weber on that cargo net is extra smooth. He'll need to be. He's got an awful lot of ground to make up now. Marty moving extremely well. Nice one-point landing. Kevin talked about not even having any afterburners. Marty hurdles that final barrier. He has done it. He has done it. He is going on to the Grand Championship where he'll meet Clifton Miller in an exciting, exciting men's final.
Kevin, great job. The second and a half, just a little bit too much to overcome.
Yeah, a little bit had a bad start, and Marty ran a great race, couldn't catch him, so had a good time.
That's good. Doc, you saved your best for last. I think that's the best time you've ever turned in the Eliminator.
Yeah, I think so. The cargo net's been a downfall of mine all along, but...
Well, today it wasn't.
I was pushed.
All right.
Thanks.
Congratulations, and you're our second half finalist, and welcome to the Grand Championship next week.
Thanks, Larry.
All right, good luck.
I'll be there.
Mike.
Larry, what a duel they waged. Marty DePaoli, Kevin Weber accepting the congratulations of Laser and Turbo and all the Gladiators. Marty's time was his personal best, 34 seconds. Kevin, a time of 37 seconds, but it's that man, Dr. Marty DePaoli, who's moving on to the Grand Championship to face Cliff Miller. We'll be back as the American Gladiators continues after this.
First of all, I listened to myself, regardless of what everyone else told me, which is, you can't do that. You won't be able to do this. You can't, you know, and if it's a physical thing, if it's athletic, if it's writing, if it's school, if it's anything, I mean, I can do anything. The only thing I can't do is here.
They came to California with big dreams and high hopes. Some fell short of their expectations, but all of them leave richer for the experience. They made new friends, conquered old fears, and did themselves proud. Larry Zonka, I know you loved what you saw.
Especially today. Championship round, it comes right down, neck and neck, leads changing hands all day, came right down to the Eliminator. What a great finish.
Well, let's go to the award platform right now, introducing our runners-up today in the women's competition. From Davis, California, Katey Ramsey. And our men's runner-up from Naperville, Illinois, Kevin Weber. And our second half winners competing next week in the Grand Championship from Lafayette, Louisiana, our women's winner, Cheryl Wilson. And our men's titleist from Citrus Heights, California, chiropractor Dr. Marty DePaoli. And next week, the best of the best go head-to-head in the Grand Championship. Until then, for Larry Zonka and all of us here at Gladiator Arena, I'm Mike Adamle. See you again next week on the American Gladiators.